G'day guys, that is not gutter rash. Okay, so, alright, that is not gutter rash. That is a approximately 70 kilometre an hour impact. I had doing something I've done for years in the same spot. I've done it for years, and surely enough it would happen. But the funny thing is I was looking at the scratches of my rims yesterday morning, and I wasn't really worried about them. Like, I've just touched the gutter a little bit here and there, and I was going to make a video about rim repair, because all you got to do, and I'm not kidding you, right, get the brake dust and put it on the little scratch bit, and it's exactly the same colour. So my colour matching technique, if you've got any nicks, is to get this brake dust and it just goes. So that's all good there. But yeah. Okay, so now I'll just be a bit more serious. Okay. Let's close this door and lock ourselves in. Okay, so what I did was, as I said, I drive like this, and I just cut it way too fine. I hit a median embankment, which is like this. They should never have them like that anyway on the road, but basically I hit it. It was absolutely by the skin of my teeth that I wouldn't have smashed these rims to pieces. But what this video is about is, number one, admitting that I did it. Like, I thought, there's no way I'm posting that. I'll just get them fixed. And I thought, no. There's no choice. I have to tell you. Okay, so I'd been out. Oh, no, I wasn't. I wasn't out last night. So I went out last night for a few beers and I drove home. Even though it was 2 hours later, I was fine. But it wasn't then that it happened. It was during the day. And basically, there's a corner that goes like this, and there's a median there. And I like to drive straight, like, not for it, but I like to drive towards it and then go like that really closely. It did not work out very well yesterday. So I've got that, I can't remember what it's called. It's in the glove box, the rim repair people, but that front one is pretty badly hit. So anyway, that's what that's about. So the funny thing is that in the morning, I've got a joke with my mate. Like, he loves these wheels. So I sent him a picture of the wheels and I said, oh, I'm not worried about the gutter rash. Oh, plus I remember I've got this insurance thing where I pay $50 or $20 or whatever it is. And he goes, does stuff like that worry you? And I went, absolutely not, right? It was a matter of 2 hours later that I had done that damage to the car. Now, you can decide what that's about. I have done this at that spot for years, in my Liberty even, because I used to think my Liberty had sharp steering. And now I think that this has sharp steering, and maybe when the next model comes out, this steering will be a bit dull. But I did say I'm having problems placing this car when I got it, but that's not what caused this. I'm not having problems placing the car anymore. This car's more powerful and has more, it's just a quicker car, without a doubt. So I'm saying the same thing over and over. I know it is, I can feel it, but it has got enough power to get you into trouble like the other one doesn't. I don't know, right? But all I know is that had I put a chip in it and had I modified it, I would have blamed it on that, in a way, saying that I've taken the car above specification for what it's meant to do. And I will not retract. The one thing I've been saying is the back of the car feels like it's got more body roll than before. So yeah, like, I'm feeling that. Do not take that away from it. I'm feeling that body roll on the rear, and not all the time. It's when driven incorrectly. As you know, with these cars, they like to be driven in a certain way, and then they're just a dream. But, you know, this video could have equally been about, as well, how beautifully the car's going. We've got high humidity, fairly moderate humidity at the moment. Should I have my sinuses checked out or what? I don't know. It's dusty here today. I don't know. It feels like I'm going to sneeze now. But yeah, it's it's hot, but it's more humid. The weather's cooled off. There's more air density, which is given more power. But yeah, I put a full tank of fuel in and an octane booster, and just particularly in this kind of environment, which it's quite muggy today, the car just goes beautifully. It really, really does. But shame about the wheels. I'll look into that policy and whether that will qualify for it. But yeah, like, look, I had a huge branch next to the car the other day on the other side. It looked like it had hit the car and gone off. Now, I can't see anything at the moment, but then again, the car's pretty dirty. This car is needing a detail like any car in the city sort of environment. It's such an extreme environment. Even being in the garage, it's dusty, and then the sun and the heat bakes it on and oxidizes it. Yeah, it's got a ceramic sort of a ceramic gloss treatment over it. It's not the proper ceramic. For those people who were commenting about how the paint's going, I haven't done the ceramic yet. And it's not that I'm the master of procrastination either. It's not. It's that, I don't know, I lead a full and meaningful life, and like, for example, the ceramic coating and having the car tuned are not my priorities. They are for you guys, as in the way that I said I'm going to go to the tuner, I'm going to ceramic the car. But now, for example, this workshop is delayed for another month. I can't control these things. So if I wasn't doing this Peugeot today, I'd probably detail the car. See, I'd bring it, I need to bring this car back to, you know, with the mother's polish, bring it back to a state where it can be ceramic coated. But I mean, it's looking great. These rims have really, it's not that I'm upset. I'm not upset about it. It's just a bit like, it makes the car feel like, I don't know, wrecked in a way. But it just shows you how fragile like our perceptions of stuff are. Now onto the mindful thinking stuff, if that's what you want to call it. Did I speak these scratches into the existence? I have no idea. So I made a joke to my friend yesterday. He goes, does the scratches worry you? And they were on the other side of the car. I just touched the back there. And I said, absolutely not. Within a few hours, I'd done it again. And did I get upset? Absolutely not. But what was my number one thing was to get home before what I thought the tyres would deflate. So I was driving the car thinking, right, I'm just going to keep driving. And I was listening for if there was any burst or bubble in the tyre. And I was actually so relieved when I realised the rims had not chipped in that. Now, it wasn't a catastrophic hit, but it was quite a hit, guys. I was in third gear accelerating, and the car basically went just like that. But it did get a slight impact in the vehicle. Like, I could feel that the vehicle want to change its direction slightly. Had it been harder, I'd believe a piece of alloy would have come out. These wheels are extremely well made. It's genuine factory stuff. It's a rally car, and you can see now, I mean, I know the impact that these wheels took on this fragile part here, that they're well made. I mean, they look like they're well made. You can see the back had a far less impact than the front, as the, you know, that's quite a hit. But it looks like gutter rush. It really does, you know. So anyway, funny that. I remember saying, oh, I'll rotate the tyres. Anderson in Sweden was saying wearing out the tyres there wouldn't sharpen the handling. Yes, it does, because when you buy new tyres, the car sort of rolls about always. Every car I've ever had, I've bought new tyres and gone, oh, what's this? And then the tyres run in and you put the tyres up a bit and it improves. So, yeah, so do I let things like this upset me? No. That's I've never really, you know, thought of things that way. But am I the sort of person to now leave it and not repair it? Possibly, but this is quite bad, and it's quite a special car. Plus, with the rims being that colour, it's not really easy to hide. But believe it or not, guys, if you couldn't fix them, I assure you now, you could touch that up with a dirty brush. So do I have a brush right here with sort of workshop grime on it? Possibly, yes. So what I'll do is, this might be ridiculous, but whatever. I'll get some dirt and I'll just touch it up. See, I'll get some brake dust and I'll just touch it up. And already it's just, reduced. So, I mean, dirt will cover that sort of thing. I mean, I see beautiful cars every day with damage, but I just know that was an impact. So, of course, I'm going to check the front end. When you get impacts from curbs and stuff, even at slow speed, you'll have your wheel bearings failing in the future. This was not that sort of impact whatsoever, but it just shocked me at how close I cut it. It was so close from being, I just thought the wheel would go. So anyway, and yeah, back to the mindful thinking stuff. It's amazing that other morning I got up and these comments from LOL, are amazing. Like, you've just supercharged me. And I thought, shit, I'm doing the same thing, and it's good if there's one person, and I know there's more than one, that sort of, it makes you, helps you feel better. It just sets off a catalyst of events when you're positive, and this is a good example. Like, I walked in here and I just thought, and then I thought, make a YouTube video, because you know what my subconscious was telling me? My subconscious was telling me, oh no, how are you going to now hide this from your subscribers? Like, do you admit it? Or do I just say it was in the wet? Like, immediately my mind was protecting my ego. No, I effed up. And my mate said, why would you do such a thing? And I said, because it's a racing car. And that's it. He goes, I like the way, he goes, you like to roll the dice in life, don't you? I said, roll what? Yeah, I like to roll the dice, obviously. I do 19,000 foot skydives and shit. But no, it's not that. It's that, when you're in a good state of mind, you are ready for these things. So we're all talking about motivation and what's motivation and how hard it is to be motivated. And I now realise I thought motivated people did it easily. No. Every single decision when you're trying to be motivated, it becomes apparent. So that was the main thing. I would have made a video and it would have said this. Ever since that video I made the other morning in the kitchen, right, I have realised that I'm constantly at battle with myself. It's like, sit up, don't get up. Okay, eat breakfast, don't eat breakfast. It's like the devil, right? And it's like, as I said, I'm the sort of person to go to the gym, stop out the front, and then leave. So it's a constant battle. And then I noticed it. I was like, don't tell the subscribers, cover it up, say it was in the wet. And my mind was on autopilot, trying to protect my ego. But now I'm telling you what I've done, and hopefully I'll post this video. I'll probably listen back to it because I'm sort of half asleep. But normally I don't. I mean, what do we need to script ourselves for? It's about being authentic and stuff like that. So thanks for your comments, guys. And LOL, hey, Phoenix, how you going? How are the pies going? Are you around? The little window broke in here, so I've got to do that. And that's another thing. So it's like, do it next week. Don't do it. You deserve to be on holidays. Take the kids fishing. Every single time I think of this car, it reminds me of what I was doing last year as I started to get worn down here. And it was the fact that I was unable, like all the jobs would get done, but I was unable to fight this thing. I would sit, and I want to do it right now. What do you think I want to do right now is sit here and put on music and just chill. Do you know, I didn't even want to order the part for this car. Okay, and he's a great customer, and I've done these jobs, but, I've done the coil pack. The coil pack was faulty. But just to get that regulator, and I knew, I was like, I'm going to be on hold forever. They couldn't find the part, the VIN number, the this, the that. It wasn't easy getting that part, and it's over $900 freaking dollars, right? And every time I think of this car, I think, just leave it, Kevin, because he doesn't need it, right? So even under the pump, when you're not in a good state of mind and you perform under stress, so I perform under stress very well, or I thought so. Why do I need to put myself in stress to perform? So I'm one of those people that needs competition. I need stress. I need it. I need people to ring me and go, get your ass in a gear. And I'll go, oh, I'm better than that. I'm a man of my word. Do you know what I mean? No, I don't need to put myself under stress to continue doing what I do. But for example, with these wheels, had I been in a poor state of mind, I mean, they just would have compounded onto something else. You can't get up in the morning and go, I bang my foot on the bed, I'm having the worst day. You do not do that, guys. Like, forget whether I spoke these scratches into existence or not. That's irrelevant, right? You do not now say, I'm having the worst day because I scratched the wheels on my car. That's absolutely ridiculous. Be grateful you're here to be alive. Live every moment like it's your last, because it could be. And put yourself out there. I admitted now my inner workings to you guys. I didn't know how to. I was just thinking, what do I do? Like, but I didn't think of doing the right thing, which I try and do. The last thing that occurred to me was to make a video and talk about it. You know, I was thinking they're going to think I'm an idiot and, this and that, and they're going to think I trashed the car, and they're going to think, what the hell? So, to finish it off, being motivated is not easy. Every single choice becomes apparent. But when you empower yourself to make the decisions and act on them, it turns automatic. So the positive thoughts will take over and you'll have positive actions. And hopefully I will post this video. For some reason, I'm just being a bit, I don't know, I'm doubting my whole self today. Do you know what I mean? I'm here, I'm meant to be on holidays, I don't want to do this. I just don't want to do this. And I'll tell you, I don't want to do this.